Since I was young, I was always curious about life. What is the purpose of life? So I asked my hero, my dad. He told me to read. Not the answer I expected. I guess he didn't know. However, he kept on buying me books and I became to love reading. As I grew older, I had a better understanding of life, but I still couldn't answer the question, what is the purpose of life? So I asked my dad again. This time, we had a lot of discussion. Then he told me to write. I guess he still didn't know. However, he kept on buying me writing journals and even helped me to set up my first blog. I became to love writing. Then, I decided to pursue into medicine, the field that literally deals with life and death. However, when I was in medical school, my dad was diagnosed with liver cancer. I remember one time when he was undergoing chemotherapy, I asked him one last time, what is the purpose of life, Pa? This time, he thought about it, looked at me, and smiled and said, happiness. Happiness is the purpose of life. So I asked him, are you? Then he answered, of course. I have always had my family and friends. How do you achieve that? I had no one to have this conversation with anymore, so I turned to Allah. Then I remember the time when my dad told me to read. He told me the most important book to read was the Quran, because that's where all answers of life are. They have come to you from Allah, a new light and clear book by which Allah guides all who seeks His good pleasures to ways of peace and safety, and leads them out of darkness by His will unto light, guides them to a path that is straight. Before reading the Quran, we would always recite the Al-Fatiha. Just as I began reciting it, I hit a light bulb. Alhamdulilah Praise to Allah, Lords of all world. The very first thing, Alhamdulillah, or used as an expression for thank God, gratefulness, gratitude. Happiness is gratitude. Or is it gratefulness? Over the years, I think I had about 5 different blogs, from writing poems, short stories, and even health-related articles. I always had this hope that whenever people read my writing, they would want to do something good in this world. However, I couldn't find a constant theme for my writing to focus on. Then, during Eid 2018, I was about to post a photo on my Instagram, and I was thinking of a lengthy caption regarding the blissful year that I had. So, I reviewed what I wrote in Eid 2017, and it was about Alhamdulillah. That's when I started Dr. AZIM Alhamdulillah series. It's where I wrote short stories regarding my work and life revolving around Alhamdulillah. At the same time, I began to research. I read research studies on gratitude and gratefulness. I read the Quran more. I listened to podcasts, and I even watched TED Talk. In 2003, Brother David Steinras, a Benedictine monk, said, "Is it really the happy people who are grateful?" We all know quite a number of people who have everything that it would take to be happy, and they are not happy because they want something else or they want more of the same. Happiness is never a goal. A goal is an aim or a desired result. This is where I've been getting wrong, where most of us have been getting it wrong. We attach happiness to a goal, something materialistic. I'll be happy when I get a Ferrari, or a dream job, or more money. So, does money bring happiness? According to Forbes 2015, research suggests authority may be linked to depression. CEO may be depressed at more double the rate than the general public. Some studies even suggest rich kids are counterintuitively more depressed and anxious than their low and middle-income peers. This shows that not all rich people are happy. Even from personal experience, I know, I bet everyone here knows, someone who is very rich and they are not happy. Brother David Steinras continued, we all know people that have a lot of misfortunes that we ourselves would not want to have, and they are deeply happy. They radiate happiness. Why? Because they are grateful. It's gratefulness that makes us happy. Happiness is not a goal, because gratefulness and gratitude are not a goal. They are a mission. It's something that we have to choose every single day. Just like when we choose to live a healthy life, we need to adapt to a healthy lifestyle. We need to exercise, eating healthy food, getting enough sleep. A PPI is a positive psychological intervention, and gratitude listing is one of the most common and most researched intervention there is. Happiness is gratitude, but gratefulness is important because it's the first level. We have to realize and appreciate all blessing in life from the heart, like really deep from the heart. We need to identify it and be aware of it. Self-awareness. A study in 2012 shows people who are grateful feels less ache and pain. This is understood because being grateful improves the psychological health. This can be seen whenever you ask an elderly, especially in a hospital, who are undergoing chemotherapy or having intestinal obstruction. Whenever you ask them, how are you? They will look at you, smile, and say, Alhamdulilah. These two levels of thankfulness are the positive psychological intervention that needs to be practiced. It's called gratitude listing. In 2003, Robert A. Emmons and Michael E. McCullough did a study on gratitude listing where participants had to list 3 to 5 things they were grateful during the day. In their study, the data indicated that the participants in the gratitude listing group had higher positive effect than the ones in the control group. In order to do a successful gratitude listing, these two levels of thankfulness needs to be mastered. Realize and appreciate all blessing, and to say thanks with the tongue. And consistent is key. After achieving these two levels of thankfulness, inshallah, we'll reach level 3 of thankfulness, which is gratitude. Miss Val, an American gymnast coach, described gratitude best. She said, gratitude is something that is part of my faith. Gratitude is present regardless of and irrelevant to any promise of an outcome. My gratitude isn't dependent on a desired result. It is simply part of my daily conscious. When I wake up in the morning, I have tremendous gratitude. I get another day, even before anything has happened. Ladies and gentlemen, gratitude is a state of mind. It is a state where realizing and appreciate your blessing and saying thanks with the tongue comes naturally to you. You're expressing your gratitude by doing righteous deeds. These righteous deeds or actions will cause happiness to you and others. In a podcast 2019, Dr. Daniel Amin, a psychiatrist and a brain disorder specialist, said, "You don't do the right thing because you should. You do the right thing because you love yourself." When I heard this, it really hit me hard. Disclaimer, I am no saint, I'm not an imam, I'm not an ustad, and I don't pretend to be. I have sinned, and I've done real bad things. When I heard this, I realized I haven't fully loved myself. Yes, righteous deeds are often referred as praying, charity, and all of that. All of that will cause happiness to you and others. But the right thing also referred as the simple right thing, like kindness, empathy, humility. whenever we do wrong things, we are either hurting ourselves physically or mentally. Why do we smoke or drink when we know it's wrong? When there's thousands of scientific evidence claiming it's harmful for our health, why do we cheat or lie when we know it's wrong? When we know later on, mentally we'll suffer with guilt. Would you harm your family or friends? No, right? You wouldn't let anyone harm them. It's because you love them. Then why do we keep harming ourselves by doing all these wrong things? It's because we haven't fully loved ourselves. Remember, you don't do the right thing because you should. You do the right thing because you love yourself. When you're working in a hospital setting, you realize that feeling is the most important thing in life. On your deathbed, that's what you want to feel. Because when you love yourself and made all the right choices based on that, there shouldn't be any regrets. The Ferrari, the money, the status, it won't matter then. It's how you feel. That's what will matter. And I feel there's no better way to learn to love ourselves by being grateful and being in the state of gratitude. This is not something new, not a discovery. However, we constantly overlook or misunderstood it. That means we are constantly overlooking and misunderstanding happiness. So over here, we're focusing on it. If you read my short stories before, you'll know they're about finding something to be grateful for during the most difficult of times. Remember, this is the first level of thankfulness, realizing and appreciating all blessing deep from the heart. I feel this is where we all fall short on gratefulness. When time gets tough, don't go our way, we give up and we succumb to sadness. For me, writing these stories is for me to reflect on the difficult events throughout my life. However, I felt writing wasn't enough. I wanted to do more. I wanted to spread the message of gratefulness to more people and to remind people of it every day. So that's when I decided to make videos out of it and rename this website. With hope, it'll impact more people. With hope, I'll be able to help someone through a difficult day. And with hope, I'll be able to create a gratitude awareness community on this earth. If tomorrow Allah decided that my time is up on this world, I know that I had given my all to a purpose that I believed in and that I am happy. Happiness is that brief moment when you stop and think about it and smile, and you're thankful for this precise moment that was given to you. Just like my dad did. I'm AZIM. Welcome to Dr. NASARUDDIN. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah always.